Good morning. My name is Andres, and this is the fourth activity. The name of the activity is called Analyze a Data Treatment. In this activity, we're going to develop some competencies. We have to choose a third-party treatment and we'll evaluate its performance according to the law. We're also going to reflect upon the possibility in submissions and transfers of the data, of the information. We have to choose first a call center that treats with data, with information, and we're gonna try to find the sensitive data out and do not authorize its treatment, asking to be helped. So we have to record the call being successfully getting the help without serving the sensitive data. So we're gonna make a video including the recorded call and reflect over the experience answering the following questions. Why the data was sensitive? What knowledge do you permit you to get wanted help without giving your sensitive data? And the third question is if the treatment policies and private notices would be evaluated, what would be your judge? So the final product is a video containing the recorded call, the answers to the questions, and your personal reflections about it. So in this task, it has to be in English. They're going to also evaluate the recorded evidence. I'm gonna do like a simulation of a call of two people, uh, and we're gonna answer the questions in a clear way. And finally, we're gonna do like a reflection that covers all the topic. So the name of the bank is Chase Bank. Is calling for a possible customer. So they're gonna try to get the information of a customer offering like a new product, but the client is going to avoid to give his personal information because he thinks it's sensitive his information and he wants to know how the bank got this information or why is he getting this offer and this new product. So I'm gonna do the simulation of the two people. So, hi, my name is Andrew Evans. Is this Carlos Martinez? Yes, this is Carlos. I'm calling from Chase Bank. I wanted to tell you that you can buy a variety of shares in the stock market through our financial institution after opening an account with us. Do you have any bank account open? Not yet. How do you get my number? Oh, we made a market site to people from 18 to 25 years old. I would appreciate the opportunity to discuss some options with you. Options that I can offer you to suit your specific needs and goals. Do you want to hear them? Yes, sure. Perfect. Are you free to meet with me on Thursday or Friday of this week? Yes, I'm free that day. Great. I look forward to seeing you in my office at 1:30 on Friday. I also would need to answer some quick questions before you leave. Can you tell me your exact address? No, why? What would you do with that information? I'm sorry, I cannot answer that question. This is confidential. Well, thank you so much for calling. I don't think I will be able to meet you that day. That is so sad. Thank you for your time. If you still want to know more about us, you can enter www.chasebank.com.co and learn more about us. So the three questions in this hypothetical situation when sometimes they call us from a company to offer some products and they have some information that they got from a third party. Sometimes when we that happens a lot when you do it online, as you said, uh, all the agreements, all the licenses without reading. Sometimes they sell to third parties our information. Sometimes it's critical information, and they classify it, and they can find potential clients. Like if we already put, or let's say, an insurance, or we have an account in a bank, it's possible that we're gonna be interested in having a credit card because we already have a credit record create information. So the third question is, in this case, why the data was sensitive. The information is sensitive because it includes personal material about our physical address, like he asked to ask for our address. So sometimes in order to be delivered to third parties, it's necessary to know what treatment it's going to be our information, how our information is going to be used. Sometimes when the company or the law change, they have to let us know a new license, a new agreement, and we have to accept it. Mm. Sometimes we just click next, but we don't read, and it can explain the way they're going to treat the information according to the law. But in this case, it was not provided by the bank representative. The bank representative did not tell how he got the information, and that happened a lot. Also, when, like for example, here in Colombia, when they call you from cell phone companies to offer you plans. So the second question is, what knowledge of you permits you to get wanted help without giving you sensitive data? Sometimes they just need, like, I will say, our ID, our ID number, because I would think there's like a database. I don't think that's legal. Maybe I know there's companies that buy information of possible or customers. So in Colombia, the treatment of the data is ruled by law and is responding to general rights stipulated in our constitution. In this case, the client or the possible client did not authorize this person for any use of personal information. He didn't want to continue with the call, and he didn't want to provide his physical address, because sometimes when they call and they don't even know our name, so we don't know if maybe it could be a company, it could be someone trying to get our information to do something illegal, or maybe trying to get our information of our credit card. Sometimes it could be unconstitutional if when they cross certain line, when they don't clarify what is the purpose of the information that they need. So any treatment shall be the result of previous granted and explicit express permission from the titular, from the person of that belongs the data. No personal data can be obtained or shared without the proper authorization. By legal means, I didn't have any warranty that my information will be safe. So the law, or Decreto 1377, also explains that the person has the right to ask in any moment about the information that is kept about him or her without any restriction. So it's legal to ask why or in what way they got our information. So the third question is, if the treatment policies and privacy notices would be evaluated, what would be your judge? I think this person needs to learn how to manage uh, the interview, because according to our laws, the personal information and guiding principles are very clear. Anyone wanting to ask or keep data from people needs to follow some rules in order to save the information. And the law from 2020, Abeas Data, explain it, as the Mo also mentioned it. So we all know companies need our data to provide a better service, but we also have the power to let them know what we want and what we need. For the reason, this is something truly important for our country, to teach people how much information they need to give and what information we cannot provide. So, like a final reflection of this topic, I will say that it's really important, not just as a software engineer, also as a client or possible uh, uh, people that we're going to manage information when we work with databases of companies. We need to be not just on this part of the programming. We also need to know uh, specifically what is the law requiring, so we don't get the company in problems. Sometimes just the way we are controlling the information uh, is not the correct way. We have to follow the instructions. We need to know uh, all the specifications that the law require. So in this example, we just saw that you have the right to ask to the person, why is this person asking me, and how this person got my information. So I think, and I hope I provide all the specification for this activity. So thank you very much.